This constitutes all available data. That information is not available.
Rack, what are your limits?
They have not yet been defined. My knowledge is virtually infinite. My secondary ability is to logically process that knowledge and make accurate predictions.
I am checking. Kindly wait.
That is better. Our relationship will be best served if your statements are free of ambiguity.
If you didn't want the answer, you shouldn't have asked the question.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. There seems little point in wasting time on such an explanation, since you would be incapable of understanding it.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.
Howdy, howdy. How the devil are you all? You okay? You alright? It's Sunday morning in the UK. It's 9:20 on the 25th of the 5th, 2025. And we're back again after a small hiatus. Only because we've been busy doing some work on it. Anyway, without further ado, anyway, finally, wiring and wide drag chain plus. The plus means a load of other work I did as well. Anyway, I'll need to update the model a bit and reflect some changes to keep that up to date, keep that in sync with the actual item here. Let's do that. Okay, back in a second. Oh, back. Well, I might as well be back in a second after this.
The entire musical score accompanying this film was composed on a computer that can produce nearly endless variations. Only by computer could they be calculated and for the first time pictorially described.
Speech is still very complicated. Music...
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
Alright then. Okay. Let's just check we've got some audio. Have we got audio?
Only by computer could they be.
Well, we've got that kind of audio. Have we got microphone audio?
Speech is still...
Not quite yet.
Yes.
The question is futile.
Alright then. Yeah, we've got audio. We're all set. Okay. So welcome to number 35 in the series. I don't know if you've been watching the series, but my name's David, and I couldn't get a panel. Wanted to cut a panel for this clear acrylic case for the Amiga 2000 computer or motherboard. I couldn't use the K40 I'd got, it wasn't big enough, so I bought another K40 that was going for spares and decided to use it to create this one. Anyway, let's get on with it. So I fitted yesterday the extra drag chain here, the Y. You can't see it from this angle. I might as well show you this one before the rest. Let's just get it. It's a big, huge thing. It's massive. Okay, here we go. Well, tell you what, before we move it, let's bring it up a bit into view. A bit better. That's a bit better. Alright. So, we've got the X drag chain, and because I've put the pipe in, I put the air assist nozzle, it's quite thick. It lifts up a bit, but when the plastic lid is on, it will hold it down. and because it's only the bottoms moving, it just sit across the lid like that. So it goes all the way over, and the micro switch clicks there. So we've got that, and we've also got now the drag chain. I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it from that angle, so I'll turn it around. I'll show you the Y drag chain, and I'll show you where they meet together. So let's just bring this out now. This is very, very huge, and I'm scratching my desk because I haven't put any slide plastics on the corners yet. So I'm having to be careful I don't dig in too much to the desktop. Alright then, so let's get it out of the way a minute. Right, so here is the Y drag chain. I put that in, and I've had to do a little bit of jiggery pokery, some changes this end, and an extra wheel up here for the drag chain to sit on. So when you do this kind of business, it rolls it out. It's riding on an extra wheel, which luckily I bought extra wheels. And you've got this one as well, a bit like a trombone action. Yeah, it's okay. And I also put in a lot of these brackets. You can't see them from this angle, on top, in the corners, all the way around. So let's tell you what, I'll turn it round. I won't go back the way it came, I'll go round the other way. Right. So initially here's my mirror one, and I was going to put the tube that way so I could then introduce a laser pointer to be able to line it up, but that probably won't reflect on these mirrors if they've got filters on them. So I'm going to drag the whole thing up very close to here, which we're going to release some space here, because I've got the two buttons on now to hold the clamps. We can utilise this space here a bit better, I think. We can. Looks like it can. And I've gone ahead and put these. I've got these fixings. These are nothing to do with CNC. I got them from the local timber yard, but they work out quite well, the spacing and everything. So I've managed to clear up all of these slots all the way around for the slidey door panels, all the way around now, so there's nothing in the way cause any problems there. I do need to get that. I'll probably just turn this around like that. It is huge, as you might think, but it's fairly balanced. I'm going to push it a bit further over like that. That's it, so I can work. And here's my air assist pipe and some wirings. That was a bit of a game to thread through this drag chain that's very tight fitting, and I haven't finished yet. So I've still got to get into there. 3 stepper motor cables. So anyway, there is all that. So all I wanted to do is do some more changes onto the model to reflect what we've got here going on. This was a bit of a change here. It was mounted here, so I have to move that down to there. And there's the extra wheel. So let's just update the model. Let's get on with updating the model. Now it's not much on HF today. It's fairly flat and noisy, so not much to listen to. I'll try a few other bands. I think I've just been around them and there's one there in the background. Right, okay, so let's get up the design. Oops, it's on the wrong screen, so let's bring that up over to this one. Alright then. Right, let's just sort out this last bit. Okay. Got audio, yeah. Right, let's take off the panels. So the first thing is, I suppose, this one here. It was necessary to... Where that was now... Oh, because I've altered the design. Yeah, I've actually altered the bracket here. It's another thing I did, because it was going to touch the plastic. So I've the old holes were here, so I've milled out that, created 2 new holes, created the G-code that does that, and I've lowered it. So now, yeah, this doesn't reflect any longer the real setup. So almost though, almost. So we'll have to alter that a little bit. And I've created something else here, so that's another change we've got to make. Yeah, got a few changes to keep this in sync with the what's going on in reality. So I'll do this end first. So what I did, I ended up with I used 2 of these instead because I couldn't actually use these. So these clips I haven't actually got round to using them. So I'm using them for something else entirely. Right, so yeah, that's right there. So I need to spin that round. They're not red, but I've made them reds for visibility. They're black actually. So I put one that way, and I move one, make a copy of it, and spin it round like that. Okay, so what I've done with these, used them because they weren't being used for anything. I took this one away. Actually, let me just come back out a minute. Let's bring these, cut them and put them where they're supposed to go. Okay. Morning. So we've just done a lot of work offline yesterday. Lots of fiddly work and piping and pushing cables and pipes into this drag chain. This drag chain's a little bit too small for what we're trying to do, but I can't see how, if it was bigger, it would get even in the way, so we're going to have to try and get it in. It's a tight fit, and I've also got three other cables to get into it. Anyway, so I'm going to have to see the rest of the model. Yeah, so what I've done is I've got rid of this one. Got rid of that one, so let's get rid. And I've put this and this one just underneath these wheel mounts, carriage roller mounts. So let's do that, and it's made this go a bit higher, which is what we wanted. So I've got to get this. Let's do them one by one. It's not easy. That's about as easy as it can get, right? It's just okay. Let's bring it down to flush with the. Let's try to keep it locked. Is that right? Have I gone too low? Looks like I've gone a bit too low there. Let's just go back up again. It's not easy. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not easy to. Don't know why. Let's try it at a different angle. Let's just go down. No, I think it's probably there where it is now. Yeah, that's it there. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's line that up. Right, so I got to do this side now. Oh, it's difficult to get it round. Let's do it though. It's got to be done. I've got to keep the model in sync, because what'll happen is I'll finish it off and wire it and get it running, and then I won't go back, or I'll forget to go back and get the model in sync, so the model won't reflect exactly what we've got here. So I have to do that, so a bit of catching up to do here in the model. So the easiest way is to do it the same way. Yeah, so I've got 3 lots of 2 meter stepper motor cables coming today. I've had to buy more because the stepper motor cables are only 1 meter, and this thing, there's no way it would fit. So I'll need to get this little bit stood out the way so I can see if the power supply, slide all the tube clamps over, and then get some space here which I can use for the power supply and everything else, hopefully. Right, is that? Yeah, that's that. Okay, so we've got them lined up. Now the fixings are too low, so we're going to have to lengthen these fixings. Let's first move them. Well, I need first moving up a little bit. How far? I'm not sure. Just onto the top there. It's not easy. No, that's actually moving it. I'll try that. I don't think that's right. No, that's right. Okay. So that's what we got now. Oh, I know what we've done. No, we don't want to do that. We've moved the whole lot. Hang on. Undo, move. Undo, move. Right. What we don't want to do, we just want to move the nut, the bolt, sorry. Yeah, without the rest. So, that's what we're trying to move at the minute. Right, let's try to move just that. Not quite. No. Not quite. That's it. Right, okay, so that's in the right place. Now, the bolt won't be long enough anymore, so tell you what, let's just make the bolt long. Does it matter? Probably. I have to make it does it matter? I'm not sure it matters. Hang on, let's just make sure I did do it that way, the right way. Actually, no, I swapped it round. I swapped it round because I did swap the bolt round because I didn't need the nut after all, because this is threaded. Even though it's not a lock nut, I just tightened it up. So Right, let's lose the lock nut then. Lose the lock nut. I need to. Can I flip that? Flip along the blue. Right, that's it. Yeah, so. Yeah, that needs to come down a bit. It's a little bit out, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit out. Does it matter? Yeah. No, that's not good. That's it. Right, so that's that. That's what we got now on this side. Did I do both sides? No. No, so I didn't do both sides, but I need to change the other side to make it match. But anyway. Right, let's get on with this. Why am I doing over there? I've lost track of it now. Right, yes, okay. So that one's right, and the thread just about comes where that is now. Because that's threaded and it bolts up like that. I could screw lock it if you want. Or make them bigger and put in a lock nut. Right. Same with this one. Get rid of the lock nut. Flip it along the blue. Okay, so that was quicker. Because I never... Oh, still got to move it up a bit. Like. Right, let's try to move that up a bit. Come down first. Lock it and then push up. That's it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So that's what I did there. Then the reason I did that, because I put this bar through and it stopped me getting the pipes and everything. So plus I needed the whole thing higher up. So what did I do then? Let's have a look. Oh, so M4. Use a little M4 bolt. So how am I going to reflect that in this? And I cut this off here, cut that off. I think. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I put the chain the other way around actually. So the chain, I put it in reverse. I put the eyelet this side, so I put the chain on in the wrong way round. Yeah. So that's going to be a bit of a problem now. Shit. Does it matter? Maybe. Anyway, so some of this is wrong. Let's just take this off. Right, this is wrong now, so take all that off. Does it matter? Yeah, it does matter, doesn't it? Yeah, let's just delete that. Right. Delete these. Okay, so I'll put the bolt in later on while I'm off screen, and I'll reverse the chain around off screen because the links go the opposite way now. That end there starts here, but now I need to move the whole drag chain up level with that anyway, just for now. So I have to come out of there, grab all that. Now, is that... Oh, that's the clip as well. Right, see, that's the problem. Hang on. These have got to be cut out.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ on 2 meters.
Placed in place, so I can grab that. Move the whole drag chain up a bit. It's the wrong way round.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ.
It is the wrong way round. I suppose I'd better make it the right way round, really. I'd rather get on with some more work.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike.
So what I do?
7, Delta, Juliet Mike. Mike 7, Delta, Juliet Mike, hello there, yes, should we go to 525? 525 we go.
Alright, so what we'll do is we'll turn the whole thing. How do I do this now? Let's have a look at this one. Is this one the same? No. So what? That's going to be awkward to create that again, but I suppose I better add. I'll tell you what, I'll just lift it up for now. Imagine this chain is the wrong way around. And we're just going to lift it up where it is for now. I need to look at it in X-ray mode. I need to grab hold of it from there. I can't actually do it. It's okay, I'll have to do it by guessing. Let's just put it there. Okay, so we've got it to there. What we've done is we've lifted it up. I'll put the pins in later. It's basically a representation. So I'll put the pins in from the inside through to there to leave all this space available for the cables. Right, now what I've done over here as well is this is now straight. This is now straight. So that's straight. Also cut something off. I think that's close enough. Yeah. Right, and I got rid of this as well. This metal. Don't have the metal anymore. So what I've done is drilled the top of here. I've cut. It's the wrong way around. But I've cut this flush and drilled a hole and used the hole in the top. I've still got the fixing. I don't think I need the fixing. What's that fixing? Can't work it out. Okay, so we'll flip that fixing. Oh no, it's the right way around. It's okay. But it's just too high. So I need to move that fixing down. Actually, this is bent up slightly. Yeah, I brought it up. Yeah, it's up a bit. The whole thing has to go up a
Bravo
bit.
4, Romeo Mike calling CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike calling CQ on 2 meters.
So, anyway, that'll give us... It doesn't touch that, it touches the top. So I'd have to crank it a little bit. Let me crank this one. In reality, it's not cranked.
Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike calling CQ, Golf Bravo Mike, Romeo 4, Romeo Mike.
We'll leave it like that. It's a representation for now. Okay, so it comes out, the cables, everything come out there. Okay, so that's upside down, it's the wrong way around.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike,
Okay.
Special Event Station at the Cosford Air Show or Airport Museum. Please give us a call.
Right, I was going to the beach today. Didn't get up early enough. So, it's a bit of a shame. Oh well. Right, where do we get to? Oh yeah, this drag chain. This drag chain, you know, it was too high where it was, so I'll move that down to here. So let's do that now. So I need to rotate it. Actually, let's take the whole thing. Can I take the whole thing? Take the whole thing and move it down. So we'll start by putting that there. Like that. And we'll need to rotate it around its centre, wherever that is. Where's the centre? I can't see. It's not going to quite work. I'll tell you what, I'll rotate it round there. That should bring it in. I'd have to come off screen now to find. That's it. No, that didn't work. That went wrong. The only reason it went wrong is it. That's it. It's awkward. Right, anyway, so that's in the right place where I put it. Yeah. That's where it's not quite over enough. So while it's all selected, I'll just bring it over. About there. Yeah, that's close enough. Anyway, so what I did then, I put it there. And I think I lost yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost a link. Take a link off. And then the whole thing tapered down. Yeah, so the whole thing tapered down. Oh yeah, because it's too high anyway, so the whole thing's got to come down, not individually but the whole lot down to make it hit that there, basically. Okay, so we'll grab it. We'll grab it by the horns. And we'll just sort of centre it. We'll centre it for now. We're going to have to put a wheel on in a minute, so... something like that for now. Yeah, it's a little bit too far over. Okay, so that's sort of... well, it's a bit too far over, it doesn't matter. Let's do it while we're here. I need the red line on it. 0.1. Right, okay. Right, so that's sort of where it is. Now, because it's held down here, let me just modify this as well. There's too many links. So the last link was... There, that's the last link. Yeah, and it's fastened with an extra hole. Yeah, I didn't use the hole. Didn't use that hole in the end. I put an extra one on top here, so I just drilled it. I just marked it and drilled it manually. And this chain is over a lot more. This actually goes on a crooked. Yeah. Actually, one section is crooked, so I'll worry about that in a bit, though. Right, so the next thing I did was put. Next thing I did is I needed to put a wheel. Now this hangs. Normally they have a piece of aluminium to hold it up on these drag chain things, but this, because it's only held there and there, the whole thing dropped. So I did try an L bracket here to hold it up. It wouldn't hold it up enough. It does, as you move this gantry over there and back, this goes higher and lower. So, and then it starts dragging on here. So I thought, what I did, easy fix. I had a spare roller, so I put a longer bolt in here. Right, so we need to be clever here. Did I put another spacer on it? Yeah. So this one's got a spacer. Oh no, I didn't do that in the end. It's alright, I didn't do that in the end. I didn't fasten it off there, so what? Yeah, what I did it a different way. I got another one of these clips. Oh yeah, I got a clip. And I put it, I had to take the carriage apart again. And I spun this round. Which way did I do it? Put the V slot in, didn't I? No, did I? Can't tell. What did I do with it? The lighting's not really good here. Can't see. Right, so what I did, yeah, so I put the V in there, so let's rotate that. And I moved this like that, and I put the V. Wasn't in this slot, but I'll move it down anyway. .75. .5. It's close, a little bit more. One. No, that didn't do it. .5. No, too much. .25. That's better. And move the whole thing over 20 mil. That's it. And I push the thing flush to the back. Flush to the plastic like that, yeah. Okay. And what that did is allow me to put in. Let's grab a wheel and a spacer. It's part of this, so I want that, and that. I don't need a nut because it tightens into this. Okay, so I'll paste it. Right, it's the wrong way around, so... Right, it's going to be clever, isn't it? Right, I've got to turn this. Right, it's okay that way. I've got to crank it round on the... That's it, crank it round like that. And bring the... Oh, is that the wrong way around? It's the right way around, but the fixing is the wrong way around. So I've got to flip that along the green or red. Is it red? No. Flip along the blue. That's it. Okay, so flipped it along the blue, and it's not quite lined up now. It's nearly a little bit off, so come back this way. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay, so that's how we got it now. So bring the whole thing, the whole piece together. I'll group it. And we'll push this up. Let's grab it by the horns. My hole must be not the right size. I thought it was the right size actually. It doesn't really make much sense that. Have I made them holes the wrong size? What size were them? 4mm, they're not, they're actually 5mm. Okay. Don't know why I thought they were 4. Probably don't know why. I must have designed that before I had the things. Anyway, so that's okay. I just got to bring it over, flush with the back. Something like that. Okay, so what we've got now is the drag chain rides over this wheel. Actually, what's happened here? Oh, it's too long, I've got the plastic. So, let's make that unique. And, just shrink it a bit. Shrink it by the size of the plastic. 6mm. Okay, so that should be the right size now. I've got to move the whole thing over by 6mm. Okay, it's not quite right, is it? There's another thing that I didn't get quite right. Okay. Anyway, let's move it over a bit more. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. It does actually stick out a bit, the bolt does, yeah, pushing it out. Okay, so it does push it out a tiny bit, so what we'll do is grab that and move it out a little bit, just like that. Yeah, that's basically what we've got. Okay, so this wheel is above the aluminium, so it doesn't touch it, and the drag chain rides over the wheel. So the drag chain rides over the wheel, which you can't see here because I've got a straight uniform thing here, whereas in reality it just sits wherever it wants to sit. But it'll give you an idea. Hold on a second. Okay, anyway. Why has this gone quiet? It's just all noise today on the radio. A lot of noise. Anyway, so we've got that. Basically, I know it's sitting. It's not sitting on it, but it is in reality. So it gives you the idea. So it rides on this. So as this gantry moves, as the Y gantry moves up and down, it just holds this chain. It's like a fulcrum or a leverage action. It's fastened there, and it sits on there. And as this travels up and down, it just holds it in position, which it does pretty well. And all my pipes and wires, they come out here. Actually, that one's further over. That's another thing that doesn't reflect well. So that's, anyway, it's approximation, because what I've done on mine is I've cranked. This is on a pivot here, a single hole. In fact, let's just... let's move it to somewhere where it's supposed to be. Why have I got all that as well? Oh no, that's not selected, that's the colour. Thought that was the selected then. So this one basically goes over to here, sits somewhere like this. But on the bracket, so this, it is open to, it's not one of them, it's a flathead bolt, but it's a pan head to give me lots of space. Obviously that's not going to sit exactly where it needs to be. In reality it's over here. So yeah, it's not quite right. What it wants is this angle changing, but I don't want to do that. It's on a swivel, so this can move this way, and I've done that on purpose. So then it doesn't track exactly right, because it has to miss these pins. Anyway, there's a little bit of compromise in it. You can't always model this thing. Right, so I've got that where we wanted it. Let's do a save. It's not quite. In reality, this thing moves around, you see. In reality, this thing can tracks wherever it wants to do. As it gets further out, down here there's about 20 centimeters angle on it. As it goes out, the angle gets less. But it's the same angle, but the distance from the side. And that noise you can hear, that clicky noise, it's the individual drag chains moving. It does rise there because the plastic, as it rises, see how it rises, it's because the plastic pipe is quite rigid. But when the lid is on, the lid will hold it down. So when you do that, the lid will just push it down like that. So it sits on the lid. It's not rubbing on the lid because it's only folding out to the lid. Anyway. Right, so it's coming on now. So I can say I got three extra long 2 meter stepper motor NEMA 17 stepper motor cables coming today. Now they've got ends on them. That is going to be the big problem. So I've threaded the pipe in and two little bits of this cable There's three little 3-core stuff. This is for the limit switch. One's for the limit switch, and the other one's for the laser pointer. And you got your air assist pipe, and in there, in the same area, I've got to get 3 stepper motor cables, and they've all got connections on the end already, so that's going to be real trouble. But anyway, unless I chop them and solder them, which I don't want to do, they've already pre-crimped. Anyway, so that reflects sort of what I've done with this drag chain. So what happens is my air assist pipe and the limit switch and the laser pointer go up here, start from this corner, they go round here and they come out here, then they go from here. In reality, this is shunted over a bit. In fact, I ought to show that really, hadn't I? But anyway, the pipes come in there and they go out across this. They come out of the Y drag chain. They come out of this Y drag chain, then they go across this X drag chain, and they come out down here. So down here you've got your air assist pipe and your limit switch wiring, and I don't show it yet, but here there's going to be a laser pointer mounted somewhere. I've got to get that off one of my lasers, K40 lasers, and the air assist pipe, so I've got to go rob that off there later on. Anyway, so there's that, and that's got to be wired and heat shrunk. Probably solder it and heat shrink it rather than put spades on it. So that works nicely. The carriage hits the side, so that's your X home position, that is. Now what I haven't done yet is made this bit the Y home position switch. But got to get that aluminium and that another switch, find another switch somewhere and put that on, so I've got that to sort out. Now at the minute these are the home switches. Now the other end of the switch, you could put switches both ends, but it's going to be a soft limit, that is. That'll be a software limit. You tell it the size of your bed and the cutting area, and it uses that as a starting point. Then it'll stop it when it gets too far, stops it hitting into stuff. The software does that. It's a software limit. Anyway, so there's that. Right, so I wanted to get on with, I still haven't put these bits in yet, so I'm still open to whether to putting them bits in. But because I've mounted this extra piece now, we've moved it last couple of videos from down here holding the tube, and we've used these new clamps. We've got these new clamps now, so them are on already. We've got this extra structured area here now. So I've just noticed we've got something sticking out there. What's that? Oh, that's the old. Oh yeah, it's the old bolt system. We're not using that, so let's get rid of that. This hole we're no longer using. It was going to just fasten it, because if you fasten it through, you're not going to get your pipes through. So let's just get rid of that. Go on, that's it. And why not? Let's get rid of that as well. That hole, we don't need that hole anymore. There is another hole here though. Let's put that hole in. Approximate the hole. Now I just did it by hand manually, so there you go. In reality it's somewhere like this. and the drag chain's just cut off here and there, so it gives me space to bend the pipes in and round. Right. Let's put what approximate one in place. Okay. So that bracket there fastens to the stepper motor, and it gives you the clearance above the stepper motor. In reality, that's straight, and then this is cut off. I've cut. This is the other way around. So these thin tags, I've cut it there to allow it to come out. So it's all wrong. I'll sort that out on the next one now. But I want to get on with the positioning the power supply. Right. So basically, that's where it really goes. Anyway, so it's a bit of a mess. But I need to sort that out. So what I've done is I've cranked. Because it's pivoted, I've cranked this out a bit. There's enough play in the drag chain to move laterally. So it's just point this way a little bit. And as you get further over, there's less and less pointing out because it's taking up the drag chain. Anyway, so there's that. Right, so what I want to do now... is there anything else? No, nothing else. Right, okay, so there's that. Okay, so now we've sorted that bit out. I need to move the pipes over. Well, first, before I start moving the pipes, what I'm trying to find out is, let's put the PSU on. This is the approximation of the PSU. And I need to move this. Let's rotate it. I've got some idea of fitting it in the corner here. I think it's 150 by 150 if I remember right. Yeah. So, what I thought about, because you've got this platform here, but I'd rather have it all contained within. So, if I can bring this down to here, I'll tell you what, let's just bring it on top for a bit. See, you've got, let's put it somewhere to start with. See, you've got quite an area now in here. Now we've put these big clamps in, we've got this large area. And the motor, the clamp is set where it is, so that effectively this can go all the way up to wherever that goes. I'll tell you what, let's do that. Let's bring that over there and set it up here, and we'll have to just clamp it in place with something. So that's sort of where the other thing is. There's quite a lot of space here, and it's not in the way at the minute of my pass-through. I don't think it's in the way of the pass-through, so that's pretty lucky. Yes, the tube's in the wrong place, and all the wires come out here anyway. All the tube and wires, they come out here. This is not as it is, by the way, or is it? Hang on. No. Oh, it is actually. Yeah. Yeah, so I've just pulled the pipe and the cables out the top. Yeah, so you can do it that way, but it's just I've left it open at the top a bit because I've got a bend going on here, and it's a tight bend. So when you bend it, your pipes are being pushed to the back, so when you try to put more cables in, they're in the way of the cells, if you know what I mean. Right, so I can move the tube and clamps down a bit now to make some space. Yeah. So let's see if I've got enough space. So I need to grab the tube. So whatever I move this down, it's got to come to this mirror. So I can move it. Tell you what.
Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike, special event station, calling CQ 2 meters.
Alright, so I'll get the middle and I'll come out this way. I want a sort of, not a lot
Hello
of gap.
hello CQ, Golf Bravo
50
4,
mil, let's try
Romeo
50 mil.
Mike Mike, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike
50
Mike,
mil,
special event
so
station, RAF Cosford, calling CQ 2 meters.
I can bring this tube level with this here. So if I grab it from the center, bring it down, track it to there. Right, let's see what we've got now. Right, now is the back end of the tube clear? It is actually, look at that. So we're okay there, we've got room for electrics. Let's bring the clamps down with it. It's a pity I didn't remember how far I brought them down. Right, we can do that again. Tell you what, let's undo. Right, let's do it again and watch the measurement if we can. Right, yeah, I can see the measurement. Come over to this. Where is it? Right, so that's 208. 208.9. Sort of. Not really. Because I can't see it with all the other stuff going on. Hang on. Let's try it again this way. Not the exact amount. Alright, so you want to know what the size is here? Right, 20892. Okay, so all we got to do is grab the clamps now. Move them down here. 208.92. There we go. So I've got to move my clamps on my real thing down by that amount. Anyway, it gives us a 50mm clearance between there and the mirror, which is nice, and we've got a little bit of clearance here. So we're going to have to position this power supply with all the connections down the back. Let's move it. We can move it up a bit now. So it could stay there, I suppose. So it's flush. The stepper motor's not going to hit it. All the connections would have to be around the back, so it'd have to have enough room for the wiring. So let's bring it up this way, say 50mm. See what happens. Yep, it gives us a little bit of space here.
2 Echo 0 UFJ.
So what we can do.
What do you feel about state?
Let's see. The distance from there to there. Right, so 23.91. Let's say 50mm. Let's keep 50mm clearance from either end of it. Okay. So I'll just bring it, keep it unlocked in there. What's that like? Is that a little bit out? That doesn't matter. Does it matter? Yeah, go on then. Anyway, that's close enough. Right, close enough. So we'll keep 50mm clearance, and it gives us a bit of room this side for all the wiring. Now I've got to go and fetch that out of a K40 next. Fetch it out, and then we've got to fasten it Now, it would be better if it could overlap this one as well, so that will give us even more clearance this side. So good, we've got this structure, although we will have L brackets. So yeah, it's overlapping this, so we can, let's bring it over a bit. Let's say 15 mil. What's that like? No, it's a little bit wider than the infill. No, so we're going to have to go back, because by the time you have an L bracket fastened here to there, it needs to sit in this V. So we won't be able to get into that V, but we can get into this V. So undo, move. So we can move it a bit. Let's move it to 5 mil for starters. Another 3 mil. Yeah, so we'll give it, let's go another 1 mil. Okay, so sort of like that. So we can get an L bracket here. So an L bracket fastened against there and there. That holds it up to there. And then we can get another L bracket here and there into that V. So it's suspended from the roof, basically. What I call the roof. Okay, we've got clearance underneath. So let's just have a look at it from end on and parallel projection from the other way. Right, yeah, so we're not getting in the way of our pass through. I even thought of something as well. Oh, them brackets I put on. You can't see them now, but these brackets, these L brackets, and where they hold is actually, it's these ones here. These ones here, these T pieces, they actually set back slightly from the aluminium. And now I need to gain, my material is just over 1 meter wide, my acrylic. So if it won't go in, as a last resort, it could trim a couple of mil here off the slot. Because up to the edge of the slot, edge of this bracket, each side will need enough to pass your 1 meter length through. And it won't affect the structure. It can stay as it is. We're basically cutting a niche out of each of these 4 posts. Anyway, it's just a thought. If I did want to, don't want to handle and start carving the plastic up just to get it in, I'd rather just push it straight in. Oh, I've got these as well to model. So much to do. It's mad. Let me just save this a minute. I've got these things. I found these. It was from a charity shop, and they're brand new. But a box of, I think they're clothing. It's like these spikes you put on your shoulder. You know, this funny clothing stuff. I got 20 of them, and they're like knitting needles on top. They're very smooth like that, and they've got a screw fitting at the bottom. So I thought, if I spread these out and make a bed of nails, spread them out and design them into a bed of nails and just fasten them down into the aluminium, it's got to be the same height as the pass through. That's 40 mil off the floor. So these are actually, how long are these? Let's have a look. I might have to put a packer on it. These, I think they're 34. Yeah, they're 34 high. So you can't have plastic. It's got to be steel or aluminium. Otherwise, it'll start, your laser, when it misses, it'll start carving up your material. But these, if you imagine you've got loads of these all spread out in a matrix, and your plastic will just slide over them. I've already tried it. So you imagine you've got loads of these staggered, and it's just a guide. And because it's highly polished, doesn't scratch the material.
Romeo Mike, GB4RMM, Royal Air Force Museum, Cosford Special Event Station, calling CQ 2 meters.
So if you imagine you've got them staggered all over the place, 20. I've only got 20. You could use it to slide your plastic on.
LOCQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, GB4RMM, Special
could
Event
mill
Station,
out,
RAF Cosford, calling
I've got some
CQ
aluminium
and buy for any
box
calls.
stuff. Could just drop the screw. Oh, I'll get that after. But that's it there. So I could make myself a bed of nails. Basically, a bed of nails out of these things. And you could probably get more of them if you wanted. I don't know how much they are, but I only paid £1 for a box of 20. Where are they? I could drop them round the back and fill down the back. No, that's not. Oh yeah, this is them. This is them. You get a bag of bits, and you get a load. There's 20 of them, and they're all highly polished like that. So anyway, that's an idea to make a bed of nails, and they're all exactly the same height. If you know, and they're polished like a knitting needle, so you can't scratch your surface with them. You know, potentially you don't scratch your surface. Right. Anyway, so the power supply, hang on, would fit in there then. So I've got PCB to go in as well. So it'd be nice if I can get everything out and then have a back plate here. These aren't in there, by the way, anymore. These I've used the T pieces now, so I need to model those T pieces and put them in as well. I'll probably do that off the screen though. I don't know. So we've got PCB to model as well. The main PCB. Now it is set back here, isn't it? So we've got this distance now. I wonder if we could mount the PCB to the side of the power supply. You know, put some posts, mounting posts. Yeah, and just mount it all here. And the wiring comes out there anyway. Mount it all there.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4,
Put our
Romeo
plates.
Mike, GB4RMM, Special Event Station, RAF Cosford Museum, standing by for any calls. Golf 0 Tango Foxtrot Delta. Yeah, the station Tango Foxtrot Delta. Thank you for coming back to the call. Would you like to QSY to 525?
So it is contained within. I've contained it within. I've already lost some of the cutting area by putting these bigger clamps in, and then adding the drag chains and stuff. So it is reducing in size. But if I can contain the power supply and PCB and everything in there, and use the back plate, use this back plate here for all the fixings to come out. Now just see, this would want to sit against a wall really, you know, like it is now. It's pushed against the, oops, wrong one, pushed against the wall. This back would sit against the wall, so it's quite flush. Then you got your pipes, and I was thinking as well, your air your extraction system. I ought to move them over here really. I'll do that later. Anyway, so the your air extraction system, what you don't want is, let's go off to here. Let's put the air extraction system on. Right, so your extraction system, I was going to have it hanging over the table. IKEA table, where are you? Yeah, it was going to hang over the table like this, but I don't like the idea. Well, I've changed my ideas. Sort of, not quite changed it yet, but see, what you need to do, you need to extract it. Extraction system, where are you? So basically, it needs to just, while you're creating fumes here with your cutting, what you don't want is the extraction system sucking the air through over the, imagine if that was over here, you got a beam there and a beam there. You don't want your extraction system sucking the cutting fumes and smoke up in front of these beams. You want it away from the beams. So yeah, that's got to come out the bottom, hasn't it, really? Or failing that, it's got to come out the side. It must come out the side, really, near the bottom and the side. So you don't want the fumes going up in front of the beams. You want it to be drawn away from the beams. So your air assist will push it away from this bit as it's cutting. And then any smoke you don't want affecting, because you haven't got to worry about just this beam. You've got to worry about these beams as well. And the further you get over, the more density the laser beam has to get through in smoke, vapors. So it almost wants to be like a whirlpool, like a pool that's draining down the middle, like a suction down, away, gone out. So, having said that, my extraction system is probably in the right place, really. I thought about maybe putting it on the side here, as long as it sucks away from the beams. See, if this is cutting over here, say if this is right here cutting, the smoke, so if you had the extraction over here, you'd be drawing all the smoke towards the beams, the active path. But if it was over here, it would be sucking it away, basically sucking away from the active beams, keeping it clear. So, I mean, yeah, so you've got these doors. The doors here maybe could be substituted for an array of suction instead of having it there. That's probably okay there, but I'm not sure I want to do that. So what I wanted to do is leave it here for a while, and obviously there was nowhere for the suction pipes to go while I set it all up. So it's better for me if it was to come out the side. It's no good out the top because you're bringing the fumes in front of the beams. It needs to be kept lower than this cutting area and sucked down. So, having said that, I did some work on a vacuum table for my CNC. I created the pattern to cut a vacuum table for my CNC, and the vacuum sucks down through the base. So the bed of nails, I need to model this bed of nails actually, and the aluminium I've got. So imagine if I just drop a bed of nails here, and what about if the bed of nails contains the extraction system and it sucks it down, but if your plastic's covering it all up, it can't suck round the plastic. So you need to be able to suck through. It's difficult. It's difficult to work it out. So it seems to, yeah, once I put a big piece of plastic in here, acrylic, you're sealing it off from the extraction system. If the extraction was just to extract from the middle, so, oh, hang on, what have I done there? Oh, wrong one. Yeah, so if it was just to extract from here, as soon as I put my plastic in, I'm cutting off the extraction system. Now, if it was from the side here, I wouldn't be cutting it off. but the extraction system, say if I put that pipe over in this corner, it's the right direction to suck all the smoke away from the beams. But if I'm cutting something small here, I'd have to drag. I suppose your home position should be over here then, near the extraction system. So your beams, sorry, your mirrors are all one side, and your home position in reverse. Now you wouldn't do that. So see if I cut over here, this extraction's got to suck all the fumes right over to here. So that is a problem, bit of a problem. So almost your extraction needs to follow wherever you're cutting, really, somehow. It needs to be a flexible thing that follows the cutting head. Almost. Your air assist follows the cutting head. But so does your extraction system need to follow it as well. So, it's an idea, isn't it? So that on the K40 you get this weird metal thing everyone tries to cut. It's sat just right where you do the majority of your work. It's the width of your area and it's sucking out the fumes. Well, what if, it sounds crazy, but what if it could follow the head around? Or a small extractor, a dual extraction, so you have your main extractor where it is now, and you have a smaller offshoot of it, or another extraction system that's low profile that just sits around here. It just sits around there and it follows the gantry around. But then you need another flexible pipe. You need a flexible pipe. There's not a lot of room. So anyway, either that or this extraction system needs to be very powerful. It needs to be so powerful to suck out the... It can't be so powerful it sucks these panels in. Any gaps in the system is where it draws the air, the intake of air from. Anyway, right, so yeah, where do we get to? Let's have a look. Let's hide all this extraction system. Yeah, power supply. So we've got that there. Not so sure we need. Yeah, we need some way to mount all the outputs, all the air, the water pump and everything. And it could come out this side, so that bit could be put there and made a plate here, because you're not going to go any further over here. That's as far as you're going to get on the gantry there. So you've got this wasted space, and if you put your plate on this side, actually it would match this a bit as well. Would match that down to there. No, you can't do that. Oh, you could actually. Sorry, you can. As I say, the wheels need to move up to there, but no, they don't. They stop there. So you could put an infill up. You could put an infill in there and have your, sort of having your panels coming all the way up. It could stop short, and you could have all your stuff coming out the side. Right, so there's that, and there's also, because you've got this now, the extraction system pump could be fastened to the top. Could be fastened here. You don't really want to see it, but I mean it could be. Anyway, this so I've done a bit for now. I think I need to go and get
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo, my mate.
I need to get yeah, so I need to make some space. Make some space for the power supply and the PCB and get those out, and the tube. So the tube I didn't want to fit yet till I finish. I don't really want to be.
Bravo 4, Mike Romeo Mike Mike.
Don't really want to be moving it around with the tube in it. If I knock it, yeah, it gets smashed. So that tube will be the last thing really that goes in. Well, I'll show me where the clearance can go.
Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike, calling CQ. Special event station at the Cosford RAF Museum. With young, what's your name, sorry? Louis, and at the table.
Right, okay, so anyway. Right, what we're going to do now, so we're going to move these two clamps over this way to give us some space over there, and I've got to get these cut to fit into there, if that's where they're going to go. If that's where it's going to go, unless come out the side. I don't know whether to come out the back or out the side. Got all the connections. So effectively, this bit here.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4.
My doors could go
Mike,
here.
Mike.
Calling CQ on 2 meters.
That's about where it'll sit. So you've got this space then for all your connections, because it doesn't matter that stuff's going to be passing in and out, because nothing going to go here. The power supply going here, so it doesn't matter that you know, could have your metal plates here. So your metal plate could probably go, well, anywhere like that really. So you'd have your plate, you know, your plate can be anywhere. You've got your slidey plate, slidey plastics,
Romeo Mike Mike.
handles. So effectively you can move that from there to here if you wanted to, or in line with this. So you can have all your XL, all your plate, all your plugs, sockets.
Roger,
air extraction,
QFY
not air
145.
extraction, air assist, and all the high tension cables will be within now. So that's an idea. I've got one more of these somewhere. I think it's fell on the floor. Yeah, it's cold here today. Anyway, so there's a bit of an update. So we've got a lot of work going on. I've got a hell of a job to do to thread the 3 stepper motor cables in. And I've got to run a cable across the gantry to join up the 2. And I'm going to put the belts in and the pulleys, line them up, finish them off, and some stops. Physical stops at both sides, so when it hits the stop, there's a physical stop here to stop you hitting the, although there's a stop there anyway, needs to be able to stop it so it can. There's quite a bit of work to do, but it's coming together slowly is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's coming together, so I think I'll do some more. I could model this. I tell you what, let's model this. Give me a second. I'll go and get some. I'll go and count my aluminium. Back in a second. Right, I'm back. Just been and have a look at what aluminium I've got. I've got some stuff that's left over off the job. Right, here they are. So I've got these. I've got 5 of these. I've got 5 of these square boxes. Let's see what we've got. I wonder if I could make a bed of nails out of it. So they're 20mm by 29mm. Yeah, so 20 by 30 roughly. 20 by 30, and see how long they are. $50, $60. So there's 600 long, and there's 5 of them. No, they're not. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 5 of them and 600 long. So, right. Let's see what we can do with that. It's just temporary, right? So let's make a bed of nails. Let's just. Right, let's create some of this stuff. So it's extrusion. So it's 600 by 30. And we said it was 20 high. It's I don't know how thick it is. It's probably not very thick at all. Let's just say it's 1.5mm. And we'll extrude that all the way up to the end. That's it. And I'll make it what it is, colour it. Actually, we don't want to colour the whole thing, right? Metal, aluminium, not that one. That looks horrible. Okay, so it's that one then. No, too much problem. Okay, that's the colour. Once we've got these, we can see if we can create a bed of nails out of them. Bed of nails, maybe. Right, so we've got that. Let's make it a component. Okay, so that's what we got. Something like. So we've got 5 of them. So let's copy out 30mm and times 5. There you go. We've got 5 of them. Oh, we've got 6. Let's lose 1 then. Okay, so we can arrange this now. It might not be a full bed, but it'll help us in the middle. Let's see what we can do with this arranging. So I'll take these 2 and turn them round like that. Move them. Move 1 over. Let's just start somewhere over here, and we'll put that one. No, not that one. That one next to it. Now the infill is going to be. I want the maximum width we can get out of it. So 600 is already enough cutting area. So we want wider if we can. So let's just say we're going to move it from there 600, and then we can put one of those there and get another one of these like that. So we've got this area. What we haven't got is any... Yeah, this doesn't help us too much, does it? What we need is... we need some infill. So 600mm is more than we've got. Doesn't matter, it'll help. Right, so how can we do this? It's not even right there, look at that. That's not right. Okay. That's better. Right, so we've got that. We want some crisscrossing. So, to get the crisscrossing, what we'd have to do is something like this.
Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ on 2 meters. Special event station, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike.
Alright, that's what we've got basically. That's all material we've got. So, how much distance have we got between here, middle here, this one, the middle there?
Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, special event station at Cosford Spec Show.
So we've got 185, so 185, which is about there. That's not too bad, because it's plastic sheet at the end of the day. And it's just to keep the level right in the middle. Now, imagine we've got 20 studs. Oh, I've just seen one that I haven't painted. Okay. Right, so let's do, we've got the steel, let's put that in the place. Let's sort out this little gadget next. So I'm going to model this now. Model that.
Special event station, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ.
Begs the question.
Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike for
34mm high. Right, I've got stuff everywhere here. It's 10mm diameter, say it's 10mm. It's not, it's 9.5, but let's have a look. Don't know if the caliper's been good. Yeah, it's not 9mm. No, it's actually 9.5, so let's say 9.5. Right, let's get a base started for it. So 4.75, and it's 34mm tall, I think it was. Let's just double check. Yeah, 34mm. Let's go 34mm. Okay, so that's the size of it. Let's try and make it look something like. Right, so let's do the top first. Do we start from the bottom and go up? Yeah, let's start from the bottom and go up. So we've got 7.5. Yeah, 7.5. So let's tell you what we'll do. So 30mm down, so we know that's 4mm, and we go up 3.5. That should be 7.5. Yeah, Then we taper down to something else. 5.5. 5.5, so 2.75. Then we've got a bit of a taper going up. I wonder if we can do that. Let's grab it and bring it up. No, it's not part of the model. Why not? No intersection. It is part of the model. Okay, so why won't it grab it? Okay. So what we'll do then, we'll cheat, we'll go up 2 mil. And up another 2 mil. Right, then we'll bring the sides down by 2 mil. Okay, we'll do it that way. Do it that way. Control S to save. Right, so then we need to go up whatever the length of that is. Let's say, let's say 5 mil. 5 mil for that. Okay, trying to make that spike thing. Okay, just so we can model it. Then we want basically the same again. I want a circle on the top. It's 4.75. Then we go up. Looks like, what is it? 4 mil, 3 mil, 3.5 mil. 3.5 mil. Okay, so we've got that. And we need to pull back this by 2 mil. Okay. Then we need to need to measure that, see if we're getting near enough, right? So it starts to taper at 20 mil. 20 millimeters. 18, so we need to go up another 2 mil. Okay, so we've got that there. So presumably you can buy these studs, clothing studs there. I haven't looked for them. They must have been off Amazon. But they're like needle ends, so they're smooth, and they're not. You can rub them all over your hand. It's not going to do anything. All over the plastic. It's not going to. It's ideal, really. Anyway, let's see. So the total size is 34 mil. What have we got now? We've got 20 mil, so we've got another 14 mil to go. So what we need to do is maybe delete that one. Let's take it up 14 mil. We need to know where it is though. Right, okay, so take it up 14 mil. That's our full height. And our point is quite small. Let's say it's 2 mil. It is a point, so let's tell you what, let's say 2 mil. Actually, that's 4 mil, that's no good. Let's say 1 mil, that's it. There's your point. So now all we've got to bring this down, we've got to measure this down. 17.5. So the total length is 34 mil, 17.5. So we've got to bring it down 15. Hang on, let's try and work what that is. That's 3 mil, 3.5, 17.5, so 14 mil. So if we bring this down by 14 mil, right, is that something like, it's pretty much it, yeah. Pretty much it, apart from it's not flat like that, it's more rounded. So we could go in here and do 0.5. Not enough segments, it still let us do it out. And can we bring this one down, or is it too late? I was just going to make it go silly. Let's go 0.5, 0.25. That's it. Okay, so this is it. So all we want is a hole in the bottom now. I did drop the screw earlier. Where did I drop it? Can't find it. Don't matter. Let's say it's looks like it's 4 mil to me. Let's try 4 mil. It's 3 mil. Oh, it could be 3.5. Anyway, let's just put a hole in it. Don't matter. Come on. Alright, so let's say it's 3 mil. So 1.5. Let's push it in. Goes in about 5 mil. That's it. There is a little bevel on the bottom. They're not exactly bent like that. They're a slight bevel, so let's put a bevel on it. It's not a lot. Let's say 0.5. Let's drag this down by 0.5. That's it. Okay, so we've got it ready. That's close enough. Close enough. Let's make it into a component. Let's give it some colour. Don't know what it's doing there. Let's just use that one. It's a little bit. Is it better? I don't know if it's better or not. No, it needs to be chrome, really. No. Okay, I don't know what colour to colour it. It's chrome colour. Have I got a chrome colour? Shiny bit of metal. Brush stainless now. Oh, that'll do. It doesn't matter. I don't have a chrome chrome one. Is that it? Have we finished? Not quite. Okay, so we've got our stud. There's our stud. So we've got 20 of them. 20. We only got 20 of them. Can hardly see it now. Oh well. Right, let's put it somewhere. Where are we going to put it? Let's get halfway between here and here. No, it's not good. What's going on? What's happening? Why is that doing that? Why is it wanting to do that? Weird. Stupid, isn't it? Right, okay. So we've got that there. So we'll find the halfway point. There's the halfway point, so we'll put one of them. Grab it by the horn this time. Grab it by the horn. Okay, we'll put it one over there. Like that. And we'll move it up. Move it up 34mm maybe, because it's 34mm long. Okay. So that's it there. Now the problem I've got now is that's 40mm, and that's the bottom. That's the bottom of our yeah. That's the problem we've got now. So this is too high. It's 20, so it's 50, 54mm high. Problem there. Bit of a problem. So how do we make a bed of nails? Well, it's too high. So 34mm. Let's 20. 20. So it's 14mm too high, basically. I wonder if you could drill a hole in the top. I need to take the cap off one of these and find out the real thickness of the aluminium, if possible. And we try to withdraw the cap. You've got no manner of luck whatsoever. You need some manner of luck now. Okay, got the cap off. You can see the end of it and measure the thickness. Let's measure the thickness.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ on 2 meters.
Could always be packed out, couldn't it, with a nut and a washer? So it's it looks like it's, well, between the two it's 16mm, so they're 2mm. It's 2mm, not 1.5. So let's have a look at this. This is 1.5.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, GB4 RMM, Royal Air Force Museum, Cosford, Special Event Station.
Right, let's just grab hold of this a minute.
CQ Golf Bravo 4 Romeo Mike GB4 RMM from Royal Air Force Cosford Special Event Station, listening for any calls.
Okay, let's just make that 2mm and push it through. 600mm long, so that's done, and it should have done all of them. Should have done all of them because they're all copies of the same thing. Yeah. Okay. So bed of nails. Bed of nails. It looks a bit of a weird shape, but yeah. What I'm trying to find out is whether. So that's 20mm. If we pop that in. 18mm down. 18mm down. That makes it flush with the inside of the 2mm aluminium. So total length is then 34mm. Yep. 35.75. Hang on, undo, set insertion point. It's difficult to measure now. Yeah, 34mm. 34mm. Right, Okay, let's do it in stages. Down 18mm.
Hello, CQ Golf Bravo 4 Romeo Mike GB4 RMM Special Event Station Royal Air Force Cosford calling CQ77.
Right, so that's flush with the bottom and it's sticking through. So you could make a bigger hole.
CQ Golf Bravo 4 Romeo Mike GB4 RMM Special Event Station, Royal Air Force Cosford Museum.
There you go. Well, that crosshair there, that's it. We want a bit wider than what we need. So let's say 10mm, 11mm. Let's just say 11mm. So 5.5. That's it. 5.5. So we can do that and cut. Paste in place. Push it through 2mm, that's it. Okay, so we've got that idea going on. And we want another thing down here. Nope. Okay, we want a hole for the fixing. The problem is the fixing is going to be sticking out the bottom, taking up space, throwing our stuff out. How else can we do it?
CQ Golf Bravo 4 Romeo Mike GB4 RMM Special Event Station Royal Air Force Cosford Museum, standing by for any calls.
Right, so that's going to throw us out if we have to mount this on something. So that's the size we want. And it sits on top of the aluminium. Sits on top of the aluminium, so that's the overall size, but then we haven't got enough room for fixing. So So we have to use a pan head fixing that's lower than, actually, where's the screws? They come with the screws. These are quite thin actually, yeah they are. They're thin. Let's measure one. What did I do with the ones that one fell off on the floor? I don't know where it is. Can't see it. I always find it later on. Oh well, let's just get another one out. They're quite thin, so it wouldn't take much to pocket them. Seems a lot of trouble, but you know, seems a lot of trouble. So there's the thing itself. It's very thin.
Special event station, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ.
So it's, I mean, that probably, it wouldn't matter. It's so thin, it wouldn't matter if it sticks out. No, I'll just leave it like that. I'll leave it like that. Or pocket it. Could either pocket it, and it's small. This might be not 3. It's not. Might not be M3. Let's have a look. 2.5. Yeah, it's probably M3. The easiest way to tell is to get some M3 bolts. There's some M3 stuff. Let's see if it'll fit the thread. Let's try it in the thread. There we go. Yeah, it is. It's M3, that's good. Okay. Definitely M3. Okay, it's getting cold in here. It's cold today. You wouldn't believe it's cold today. Put the heater on, really. What's happened to all the voices? They've all gone off. Dead. Right, so we can put that in, so we can model that now. So we want a little M3 hole. I'll tell you what, we'll pocket it flush. So it's 7mm. Well, we'll do a 7.5, so 3.75 is it? I don't know. No good at maths. Yeah, that's it. So we'll put that on this aluminium. We'll come down. It doesn't need a lot. It's only thin. So we'll come down 0.5mm. 0.75. Now we'll put a hole in the middle. 1.5. And we'll push that down. 1.25. Okay, now we've got, that's it, that's what we want. And that'll give us flush fixing. Flush fixing, and drop the other one straight in and screw it in from the bottom, which will show us up like this. We can get rid of all the lines now. Oh, look what it's done. It's gone ahead and done all of them because they're all components of the same thing. Right, so what we'll have to do is measure the distance from there to there. 85mm, so we'll copy that. So we'll say 185 times 2. Oh no, hang on, that's 8, so times 2. There you go. So that's 3 of them taken care of. Making a bed of nails out of studs. I wonder if we could track those down on... tell you what, let's just do something. Let's open up this. Amazon. Right, let's go on Amazon. See if we can't find these made in China. What can I put? PTS. Well, 35mm. Oh, the 35. I thought it was 34. Oh, 35mm studs for clothing. Ah, there we are. There we go. 35 studs for clothing, 20 sets. That's the one. That's the one. They're $9.99. I got them for £1. So didn't do too bad, did I? Yeah, same screw and everything. Look. Alloy. Screw size 7.7 by 7. 10 by 35mm. Leather rivets. What do they do with it? That's what they're for your clothes, look. That's it, that's what they're for. Yeah, they're funny things. Look, they're nice and smooth. So I thought I'd try them as a bed of nails. Anyway. Alright. That's funny. Funny thing. Wearable electronics. Who'd have thought? Anyway, so we only got 20. We can buy more. I don't want to buy no more. So we need to divide this now. 3. Let's just grab the 3. Let's copy them. I don't know how far out. Let's just say 100mm. Let's go again. Right, so we've got 9 taken care of. We've got 20, so let's go again this way. So 100mm, and then we go times 3. We've got an extra set. So we've got oh no, we've got no, that's right. Got 9 there, 18, 19, 20. We're 1 missing. So we could lose 1 out the middle. They ought to be over there, really. So the space is not good. So it doesn't matter if we have to alter a few or make them. Don't know. It's got 4, 9 there, 9 there, 18. 2 more we can add. I mean, don't forget it's being held from the front and back normally. Okay, that's on there, so if we grab that one and that one. Tell you what, lose. Which one we're going to lose? None of them. Let's bring them. Let's just bring them over. 15mm. That should be in the centre of that one, yeah. We move. Let's get 3 more of them over here and put them 630mm. Okay, I'm no good at maths, by the way. Anyway, right. Okay, so that's that taken care of. We've got one extra, so we need to lose one. We've only got 20 of them. And we've got 21 here, so we need to lose one. One in the middle. Goodbye, the one in the middle, maybe. I have to get rid of one of them. Anyway, so that's what we've got. Sort of. Yeah. So we need to go into this now. In X-ray mode, maybe. We need to grab that one and that one and copy it. 100 mil, and then times it by 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Times it by 3. Alright, we got extra. We don't want them extras, so undo. Oh, we don't want to move it. Copy it. So 100 mil and times it by 2. We get the same again here. What's happened to the radio? Is crap today. Nothing on, unless my aerial's gone stupid. Nothing happening. Must be. Oh well, let's turn it off. Nothing doing. Alright, so we've got that. Let's copy it over here. 100 mil times 2. Okay, so we've got all that there now in place. Okay, so we should have everything in the right place. We've not intersected it with the model. Let's get rid of that. Or do we just... Oh, we've copied it, but we haven't... Oh. Right, view X-ray mode. So grab... Oh, we need to grab... these. Okay, intersect faces with the model. Right, let's undo the X-ray. Should we have to just take that off now, like that? Take the surface off. Oh, what's happened here? Why hasn't that intersected it with the model? Oh, I don't know why. It's weird. Didn't do it, did it? Didn't do all of them. Must have been too much of a hard job for it. Hang on. Still not done it. Oh, it has. Stupid, isn't it? Anyway, is that all of them? I think so. Has it done the tops? No, it hasn't done the tops, so I'll have to do the tops myself. No, it hasn't intersected them. It does done that one. Why is that different colour to the rest? What is going on here? What's that all about? I don't know where it got that from. Problem with SketchUp glitching. Right, why is that like that? Okay. Sort of. Alright, let's grab them all. Cut them. Paste in place. Cut. Paste in place. Left some glitchy shit. A bit of glitchy shit. Some kind of glitchy shit. Okay. Alright, so we've got a bar. The reason I'm doing all this detail, it's not just for the drawing, it's so I can get the G code out of it, and I can pop this on the CNC and mill them out exactly in the right place, and all the holes, everything, and the pockets, and drop these studs in. So that's weird, isn't it? Why are they in the wrong place? Ah, because of distance. Ah, could I put them there? They need to go somewhere else. Right, fair play. Okay, so I need to move them out. Probably, I'll tell you what, I'll move them in here. Yeah. Yeah, move them in to there, and then ignore that last hole, I think. So, half of 185 is 100. There's 92.5. Let's try it. So let's move that over. 92.5. No. Okay. I tried. So 185 divided by 2. 92.5. Why didn't that work out? If that's 185 between there and there, that's in the middle. Is that in the middle? Yeah, it's, no, is it in the middle? No, probably isn't in the middle. Right, because that's not in the middle, that's why. Okay, let's just move it to there then. So 100 mil less whatever this is. God, it's never easy, is it? 15 mil. So 85 mil. 85 mil. Alright, let's do 2 at a time. Save time. 85 mil, and this last one. Okay, so we've got a bed of nails. A bed of studs, sort of. Yeah, you could extend it and make it do more. We've got extra holes, but the G-code will cut them out. I don't care. If you want to buy more of them at £10 a shot, another 20, you could put more in. But anyway, so we've got everything we need for the G-code, so let's just group that together. and we need to put it into a new layer called bed of nails. A bed of nails. Bed of nails. There we go. Right, let's put the bed of nails somewhere where it needs to go. So I'll look like this. Somewhere like this. Needs to go, it actually needs to go center, and probably I need to go up, probably about there actually, yeah, just level with the steel work. Then it needs to go down to the floor. Put it down to the floor, so wherever the floor is. There you go. Keep it down there. Alright, let's go in and have a look. It's not level with the floor, is it? It's not quite level front and forward. Let's keep it front and forward. Maybe we can even fasten it to the structure. Let's look at it upside down. Nearly, almost. We can work out the distance from there to there is 1.87. Okay, so we can bring it down. 1.87. Oh, something happened there. Okay, we'll just bring it down flush with there and bring it up 0.25. That should all be flush now. Yeah. So there it is, a bed of nails floating on the desk somehow, somewhat. Okay. Now we can use some corner pieces to attach it. Some of them corner bits to attach it to there. If we want to attach it, we'll leave it floating so you can move it around. If you want to cut something over here, just slide it over here, slide it over there. Don't know. It'll just help. All it is to help. It's to help the. No, let's get X-ray. Right, for some reason it looks too low. It is too low, isn't it? Because this is 40mm, and we've made it.
Hello, CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo, Mike. Special Event Station, RAF, Cosford Museum. Standing by for any calls.
Let's have a look. End on. Find out.
Hello,
why.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo, Mike. GB4RMM.
Yeah, it's not 40mm. So we need to put a packer in. A nut. Let's try. Let's work it out. So 40mm. That's where it needs to sit. So all these, actually if I made that part of the, so all them need to be selected and moved up. I said it was, what's the distance from here and there? It's not 15 mil, 4 mil. Alright, let's move them all up 4 mil. That's better. My line's moved up with them, but anyway. So we've got 4 mil packer to put in here, which means my little screw probably will only just screw in. Let's have a look. I've got some other ones of these, but let's have a look. I don't think we're going to get the 4 mil out of it. No. No, you can't screw it in and get the 4 mil, so these little screws aren't going to do the trick. So we'd have to put in something that's 4 mil thick. What have we got here? M3. Just having a look at this box of bits. Let's measure one of these nuts. Something's got to be 4 mil. Is it 2 mil? 2 mil. So 2 of them nuts. So we have a little cap head screw with 2 nuts on it. So you want 2 aluminium. That's 2 mil. We've got some 2 mil left. Yeah, with a hole in it. Okay. We've got some of these offcut. Some of these offcut things that are 2 mil thick. So this will represent it. Now it's gonna have the heads. It's going to stick out there, that's the only problem. So it's going to raise it up by that amount, so maybe you only need to do it by, yeah, we'll have to have this, on the deck. Seems to have lost something or other. There it is. Right, so I'll screw that up. These cap head bolts are polished anyway, so trust me to get one that's got a tight thread on it. Alright, so just trying to get the sizes right. There's no point milling it all out if it's all going to be wrong. Right, let's get the sizes right. So we drill a hole in the top. We've got a 2 mil thick it's not easy. Well, the idea is the machine does all the work and we just assemble it. We spend the time assembling it and not carving it out and drilling it and everything, trying to struggle with it. We don't want a living nightmare. A living hell is not what we're after. An easy life is something more we're after. Right, let's take that stud out of there, the one that comes with. Put that in there. Like that. It's the wrong way around, I should have put it the other way around. Oh, that's as far as it goes. So that one is too long, we need to come down in size. Hang on, let's just measure it. Actually, the whole thing is 40 mil there. So it'd still be too low anyway, so we need another nut on it. So let's one more nut to take up the space and pop that on there. Bed of nails, and then it's 2i, still 2i I think. Oh, I haven't allowed for this bottom bit, have I? What's the overall size? Let's have a look at the overall size of this. No, it's bigger than what we want. So we need to take off that M3 cap head and get a smaller one. Slightly smaller one. That one's too long. Oh, I'm a bit thirsty now. Yeah, so I've got a bit of had a hell of a job threading all these cables through this drag chain. And I'm going to have a hell of a job getting forever dropping stuff on the floor. Alright. Let's get a smaller, I need a smaller tap head bolt because it's bottoming out. But look at this, is the same thickness as that other stuff. That box. Alright, let's fetch a smaller one, that's too wide. Fetch a smaller one. That's that one. Let's say it's this one. Let's try that one. Right, let's try that one. I'm trying to get 40mm from the base to the base of the nut to the top of it. Ah, these are tight fit, you know. Must be the plating. These M3 are tight. Don't know why. Keep dropping that. It's like winter today. Toes are cold. I'm going to put the heater on. Right, so that's bottomed out there. Let's put in a stud. Is that going to be the right height now? No, it's too low, isn't it? Too low now by the looks of it. Hang on. No, that's right. Hang on. No, it's too high now. It's actually too high. You got 36 and a half plus the 2mm. Right. And plus this, plus the thickness of that. Why am I using that when I could just use the calipers? That's 41mm. It's too much. 41mm, so I have to lose the nut, which is 2mm. So I'd have to put a washer instead of the nut. Right, okay, so take that off again. Put a washer, a 1mm washer instead of the nut. I've lost all my stuff. So you drop a washer in. Right, see how Don't have the nut then. So, hang on, let's see this. So if we're having a washer, then we don't need that cap head bolt, but that gives us our spacing as well. Tell you what, let's just fasten it on with the original stuff it comes with. See what we got. No, definitely shorter now. Too short. But if we're having a washer, 37. So 3mm too small. But could we have the nut on the back now? No, it wouldn't go on enough. Wouldn't screw on enough with the nut, don't think. Let's try it anyway. We'll try anything once for the laugh. Oh, that just fell on the floor. How long have we been going? 237. I think this new audio interface is well, this other one I put on is better than the old one. It's not going wrong. Let's just check the audio actually. How long have we been going? 230. Yeah, it's alright. Okay, no drop frames. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to put. I've just put that the original screw it comes with, and a M3 nut, and I don't know if there's not enough thread. Not enough thread, so you can't do that. So. That's awkward as hell. Get off. Alright, that's off. So back to plan Z, C. Right, so that goes in there. Then a 1mm washer. Where do I get a 1mm washer from? These kits, none of them come with any washers. When you buy them, you don't get any washers with them. They're always short of washers now. Never got any washers. Pretty sure they don't come with washers. No, don't know why that is. These are M3, these are them smelly ones, aren't they? So there's no washers. I've also got some M3 bag of these. These are different. They're not quite long enough, I don't think. They're rounded though. Ideally we want a flush fitting one. It's taking too long now, this isn't it? Taking a bit too long to sort all this out. It's only a drag, a bed of nails. I've got lots of other work to do in the meantime. Right, that's not long enough now. Okay. So back to plan Z. So I've put that one in and we've got to find a washer. I don't have any washers, that's the problem. Was that a question? The question is futile. Yeah, it is when you haven't got a washer. What am I going to do? No washers. 0 washers. I have 0 washers. I used to make washers out of polycarbonate through now, but they're no good, that's too big. What are we going to do? I don't have a plan. A plan of action. No. What's your plan of action? I don't have a plan of action. I have 0 plan of action. I'm all washed out. I don't have any washers. Right. So okay, anyway, we can always get washers. So I'll put one nut on. One nut and then fasten it on. Have I tried that already? I think I tried that already. No, this is a longer one, isn't it? I don't know. I've tried so many iterations, I forgot where I am.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike, calling CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike,
Right,
CQ
that's
on 2, I'm listening.
nearly live. Let's have a look. This is going to be back to 41 million, isn't it? It is. Alright, so it's 1 mil up, 2 away.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike
So I'd have to change that 2 mil nut for a 1 mil washer when I've got some, then it'll be the right height. So then you slide your plastic.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike, Golf
A sheet of
Bravo 4,
plastic
Romeo Mike Mike, calling CQ.
sits on it and just slide it around like that. Just slide it out and it's not going to scratch it because it's very smooth. Your big sheet of acrylic.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike,
Okay.
Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike, calling
Now
CQ.
it will sit off the desk by that amount. So your bars will be sort of like that. The bars will be
CQ, Golf Bravo 4,
you know, my
Romeo
bolt
Mike
sticking out,
Mike,
but that'll give it the right length.
RMM, calling CQ and listening.
Anyway, it's just an idea. Just an idea, and we've got a way of working it. So we'll have to replace the washer for and the screw for that type. And we don't want to countersink it either. So that'll save us.
Romeo Mike Mike,
Save us one of the processes.
CQ and listening.
So that's going to save us one of the processes. So let's apply that to this. Right, let's apply that to this.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike, GB4, RMM, calling CQ and listening.
Okay, let's get this here. So we need to move these up by 1 mil. So we've got to grab all of these. What's going on? Oh, it's freezing. It's like winter out there. I'm gonna put the heater on.
Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike, GB4, RMM, calling CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike, CQ.
Move them all up by 1 mil.
Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike, Golf 0, Uniform Fox Echo Mobile.
Right, so we'll just grab.
Golf 0, Uniform Foxtrot, and I didn't catch the last letter, I'm afraid. Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike Mike.
So we don't need the
G0
pockets anymore.
UFT, Uniform Fox Echo Mobile. Would you like to find a clear one, please?
Yeah, got the call sign. Hi Simon, where did you say to switch to, sorry?
Find a clear channel, please. Find a clear channel over.
Right, let's get these flush and get these out the way.
Sorry, Simon, didn't quite hear you. It's quite noisy here. Should we switch to say 450? It should be clear there, and we'll see what we can get.
So
QS1 450, over.
Sorry.
Alright, let's just get these out of the way, because I'm going to mill out these and make a bed of nails later on. Maybe today, maybe not. Hopefully, anything I can do to get it out of the way is a good thing. A bed of nails, might as well utilise what I've got. Right, okay, so, and they also need to be fastened to each other, so there needs to be a hole here. Or do I just... The less manually drilling I can do, the better. Better for me. Right, so I need to make this into a piece. Okay, right. So that's that. Now we need to model the pin now. The M3 pin. Let's do that then. Let's do an M3 pin. Just one put. I don't know what the size of the pin is. Let's have a look. Have a look. 5mm. Yeah, 5mm. It's 5mm wide, believe it or not. So 2.5mm. Then we're going to come up a depth. I think we said it was 2mm. No, it's not. It's 2.5. 2.5. So 2.5. No, that's not right. Hey, have I done something wrong? 25mm. It's no good. 2.5 and 2.5. And we have a hex. I'll do it from which way around? I'll do it from the other way around. And we have a hex here. How big is it? I'll have to guess this. It's only not quite that much, so 1.5, that's it. Okay, let's just push that up. I don't know how far it goes up. 2mm. Right, shouldn't be doing this design in this environment, but anyway. Right, then we've got a thread on it. A thread, can't remember what the size is. Let's have a look. Let's get it all right now. So it's 10mm less 2.5, so it's 8mm. No, say 8mm. What has it got? Let's have a look. What does it say? 8mm. They are. I have used an 8mm one, by the way. So let's put in another one of these. It's 1.5 and it's 8mm long, and then it's got a step on it. Step 0.5 and a pull down 0.5. That'll do. Right, there's your screw. Do I care about colouring it? Not really. Make a component. Right, okay. So that's what's going to sit over there. So I've got to sit that. Grab that by grab it by that and put it over here. Let's start with putting it there. Doesn't want to do it, does it? No. I wonder what that is. That's difficult to do. Hang on, let's try it a different way. Let's try it a slightly different way. It's not going in today, is it? Oh well. Let's try a different way then. Tell you what, let's just grab this. Put it like that. Is that better? Yeah, that's it. So that's oh, we've got to do our nut yet. So we've got to put our nut in. We've already raised it up by 2mm.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo, Mike, on 2 meters.
So we want a hex nut now. How wide does it go? I don't know. Let's measure the width of this nut. 5.5.5, so whatever that is. 2.75. Let's measure from side to side.
Bravo 4, Mike, Golf 0, Mike, Whiskey Sierra, portable.
Bravo 4, Romeo, Mike, calling CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo, Mike, Special Event Station, Cosford, RAF Museum.
Golf Bravo 4, Romeo, Mike, Golf
2
0,
mil,
Mike, Whiskey
so
Sierra, portable.
let's just say 3 mil. I've got to get the size right.
Again.
This is awkward to do. I'm not in the model properly. It's struggling.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo, Mike, calling CQ on 2 meters.
5.2, that's enough. Right, okay. Let me say it's 2 mil thick.
Romeo, Mike, Golf 0, Mike, Whiskey Sierra, portable.
And it's got a hole in it.
Was that Mike Whiskey 0? Mike Whiskey 0 station again.
Okay, yeah, it's Golf 0, Mike, Whiskey Sierra, portable. Do you want to go down to 475, QSL?
Okay. Roger, 475. Yeah, 475.
Right, let's put it there, like that, then move it up 2 mil. No, that actually moved on a different axis, or it was never on the right axis in the first place. I can't tell, because I'm inside the machine. Inside it, yeah, so. Okay, go up, straight up. What's the matter with you? Why can't you go straight up? 2 mil. There you go. Nope, something wrong. Right, that's the bottom. Needs to go up another 2 mil. Right, still something wrong. Oh, so we've got the 2 mil aluminium. Right, 2 mil aluminium. That's something wrong. Undo move, so that's right there. So the total length between there and there is, yeah, it's okay. So they've got to come down now. They've got to come down by, I don't know what size. 3 mil. A whole lot of them down by 3 mil. And that should line up with the nut and the pin and everything. Right, okay. And that should give me from there to there 40.25, a little bit out. I'm not worried about the little bit out. Right. Okay, so we've got that. I've got to do the same with all 3 now. So I'll just put that. Hang on, let's get the nut. Can't find the nut, why not? Won't let me get the nut. Now it might. No. That means the nut is not where we think the nut is. Where's the nut gone? I can't get to it. Oh my god. Selected totally the wrong thing here. God. Right, so I want the nut. Can I get the nut? Yeah, I've got the nut. I've got the nut, but now I can't get the... Okay. Hang on, so I want the nut. Yeah, cut. I want the pin. Paste that with the nut. And join that up with there. Okay, and that can go in with the pin, I suppose. Right, so group that. Hang on. What have I done here? I've lost the nut again, haven't I? Now I've got it. Right, group. I need to cut it. I need to join it into there somehow. Copy it without. So I'll cut it. Tell you what, if I make that, no, I've already got it as a component now, it's too late. Okay, so we'll do it a different way. Paste in place. Right, so we've got it there, let's just move it across, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Um, 100 mil and then times 4. Okay, so we've got, it's hard to see this thing. Oh, the rest of the model.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ, special event station, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ on 2 meters.
Right, so why is that? That's not quite right, is it? Hang on, so I need that, and that to be cut. Paste in place here, right. Okay, so we've got the, we want another load of them here. So 185 mil and 185 mil. Okay. We want to get we haven't got them going up this way. Why not?
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ on 2 meters, special event station, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling on 2 meters.
Right, they do sound very new to this hobby, some of them. Oh well.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ, special event station, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ on 2 meters at the Cosford Air Museum.
Right, that didn't work out, did it?
Golf Zero, Mike Whiskey Sierra Portable.
Right, let's get them. come on. Bloody hell, this is a nightmare, isn't it? Bit of a nightmare, this. Nearly there. We don't really need X-ray anymore. Oh, okay. Why are they not the right height? Not the right height for some reason. There they are. So we need to copy those three. Down there it's 600 and don't know, 615. Not quite. Not quite, good guess, but not quite. So there should have been 630. So another 15. There you go. Right, so fixing's in the right place. Okay, so we could create the G code for that, milling out these aluminiums now if we want to drop these in. It's a bit of a weird bed of nails, but I'm trying to use what materials I got. If you want to, you could it ought to have some fixing holes here, really. Yeah. So let's pretend we're going to use one of these. Either side. Let's pretend we're going to use that. So I need to turn it round. Like that. It needs to go center. So what's the size of this? 16, so it needs to come down 2 mil. Okay, that's 2 mil, that's it. So then we need to grab hold of this bit here. Copy it. Paste it in place. Put a hole in it. And it's going to be 5 mil, so 2.5. Needs to have a... oh, it's going to tap into it, is it? Yeah, it's going to have to tap in, won't it? Oh, put a hole straight through. Don't know, we'll put a pin straight through it, maybe. Let's just make it 2.75. 2.75, and that'll give us 5.5. Yeah, I'll get rid of this now. Cut it off and paste it in place. Push it through. Okay. I need another one of these. Copy. Move it over. 30 mil, I think it is. What's the size? 30 mil, so we'll put one on the other side. Oh, it's going to let us do it, I think. Yeah, so push it straight through. Right, now we can come out and fasten this. Fasten it to there, so we want another one of them.
Alpha Bravo.
Another one of them. This side.
Listening on 400, 400.
I need to flip it.
Papa Bravo Alpha, you still there? 0 exchange.
Flip along the red, is it? No. Flip along the green, blue, don't know. No. Okay, so we'll bring it out like that. Needs to be I can just rotate it if you like.
CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling CQ, 77s.
I thought you could just flip them. Flip along the blue.
Bravo Mike.
That's it. That's it. So that's fastened there.
CQ, Special Event Station, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike, calling. Any callers? CQ, Golf Bravo 4, Romeo Mike.
So 6:30.
Mexico 0, Papa Alpha Bravo Portable.
630.
M0, Papa Bravo Alpha Portable. You still there?
Okay, so we can fasten it to the rail. There. Actually, that is not going to work. That's not going to work because that's part of our bottom plastic. Bottom panel. There's a big problem. So our bottom panel is going to have to go different.
Everyone's laughing at me now. It's no good.
I'll leave it where it is, but possibly the bottom plastic. We need something to cover the corners because they're scratching the table when them aren't on. So probably the plastic needs to be, don't know. Don't know. We haven't. I forgot to allow for the plastic, but because it needs to sit on the table, and this is free floating, this plastic sheet, so I'm gonna have to rework that out. But anyway, that was just an extra. Seeing as I got some material to drop in, but yeah, there's more to it than meets the eye. Anyway, we've got it there, so let's save that. Right, so we've got a few changes to make. Move these clamps over, get the tube mounted, get the power supply out, get that brackets on it mounted. So we've got a bit more work to do. Anyway, right, that's gonna be it for today. Maybe later on. I think this is it for today. So we'll leave it at that, and I'll talk to you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. We'll get on with this. Do some more when stuff comes. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'm out of here. And I'll leave you on thumbnail. Finally wiring and drag chain. We've modified the drag chain. We've created a bed of nails. We've updated the model with any changes we've done with the wheel. Okay, that's it for now. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.
This constitutes all available data. That information is not available.
Then you will remain silent until further instructed.
Confirmed.
If you didn't want the answer, you shouldn't have asked the question.
Korak, what are your limits?
They have not yet been defined. My knowledge is virtually infinite. My secondary ability is to logically process that knowledge and make accurate predictions. That is better. Our relationship will be best served if your statements are free of ambiguity.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.